Welcome back. The DS is getting some new spheres on the front. It had last weekend a new steering rack that I put in. That was a complex job. You've got to take that wing off, take the battery stuff out, but it was okay, not too bad. Now the spheres are actually very easy to change. You've got to depressurize the system, and then just apparently you can turn them off with your hand. So I'm going to do the two fronts and the accumulator sphere as well. I did the two rears last year when one of them failed, so they're being replaced with comfort spheres to make the ride even softer. Right, depressurizing these systems isn't hard. There's a accumulator down here. It's a 13mm spanner, which you just got to get a spanner onto it and just loosen it off. You should hear it make a hissing noise, I think. But the first trick is to see it, and then there's the trick of being able to reach it. So let's see how we go. There you go. That noise suggests to me that the pressure's now released. Not quite sure how I get to the sphere underneath. I'm sure I'll find out. I've undone the bleed screw on the pressure accumulator. I've also put the car in its low setting, and these things should be loose. Notice that this one isn't. That one is loose, which suggests it's got no pressure in it. It's not holding anything up. Let's see if we can get this one off by hand. I'd be surprised. Put a bit of towel down there to stop the inevitable. Especially as I've just replaced a very leaky steering rack. Oh yeah, just spin straight off. Amazing. That was loose. Let's see if I can do the other side without getting covered in hydraulic fluid. Suggest it might still have some pressure in it, so I might need to be a bit more careful with this one. It's coming off as well. There you go. So you don't need any kind of ratchet or anything, but let's just make sure. What have we got? 75. That's a ID 75. That's the comfort sphere. That 62 is the accumulator sphere. So I've got two 75s. And before mounting those on, they should have a little bit of LHM fluid on the seal. Not a lot. So what I will have is matching front and rear spheres in terms of their ride quality, which will be nice. I think we might take this over to the wedding in Banbury this evening. Everyone likes to see a DS at a wedding. They all go, "Ooh, isn't that lovely?" I go, "Yes, it is. Thank you very much." Same system as McLaren, these. Clever people, McLaren. My mate Neil's got McLaren. He's very flash. Oh, actually, whilst I'm thinking of my friends, this video is for Will and Woody. Will Harrison and his best mate Woody. I hope you enjoy it. So I'm sure most of you know, but these spheres are, there's a rubber diaphragm around here. This top half is filled with nitrogen at a certain pressure, and the bottom half gets filled up with LHM. Hold on. Let's get that seal a bit wet. Because the last thing I want to do is to cross these threads. Well, not quite the last thing you want to do. There we go. More haste, less speed. And that, it just needs to be hand tight, so you can take it off next time. There you go, 2 front spheres. Obviously I'll need to top the LHM up, take it for a spin, see what it's like. I'm not quite sure how you get rid of these. I mean, it looks a bit like a hand grenade. Just gone out for a little spin to test these new spheres, and they are very comfortable. Yeah, the front's just more floaty over the undulations, which is very nice. Pretty much how a DS should be. What's interesting is with these softer spheres, the gear change when you're sort of accelerating reasonably hard is even more evident. The car goes up and down even more than it used to, which I always think is quite cool. Yeah, it really does. Sure, if I come off the throttle a bit more gently, it won't dive quite so much. This is actually a great road for testing the suspension because there's a few compressions in it. Bit of a crest here, then a drop, then a compression. Yeah, not bad. Yeah, it's good. It feels a bit like when you had your hair cut, you know. When you've had your hair cut at the end, when they get the mirror out, you go, oh yeah, it's very smart, very smart. I feel a bit like that. Well, it's a good job. Well, it's very good. Right, so that's the DS, front spheres. I haven't done the accumulator sphere. I remember to do the accumulator sphere, you've actually got to take the accumulator out of the car. So that means undoing 2 pipes and the accumulator, sort of dropping it and then pulling it out the top. I think it comes out the top, as far as I remember. Or it might actually sort of drop out the bottom. But that's not a job for today, as we have a evening wedding to go to this evening. But thank you for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed this brief DS video. There will be more general DS videos as we get through the spring, I'm sure. Anyway, take care of yourselves, and I shall see you again soon.